So what are our objectives for this session and next Wednesday session? This is part of the topic on financial planning and analysis, and our main goal here is to be able to forecast financial statements. We know that there are three types of financial statements: the income statement, the balance sheet, the main ones, the statement of cash flows. Of course, there's the statement of changes in the shareholders' equity and also the notes to the financial statements. But we're going to learn here, what we're going to learn is to project or forecast the income statement and the balance sheet. We're going to use a method called the percentage of sales method. But before we do that, we'd like to learn first some methods by which we forecast measures like, sorry about that, like sales, for example, or other accounts. So how do we forecast measures like sales? Okay, so if we take a look at our objectives, how is sales forecasted? That's the first thing that we're going to learn. Number two, we're going to make use of the percentage of sales method in order to develop pro forma financial statements, and we're going to construct them in Excel. Okay, third, we're going to learn how to use circular references to perform iterative calculations. We're going to learn the trend function and do some regression analysis, and then determine if a variable is statistically significant in regression analysis. Now, may I ask you first, if you have had a subject already, if you have done statistics, basic statistics, could you kindly chat, please, so that I know your background, guys? I know marami kayong subjects from courtesy of let me see. Okay, refresher, Kirsten. Okay, all right. So varied yung answer, no? Yung iba sa inyo, hindi pa. The others have already done it. Okay, how about the rest, guys? I just saw 3 responses. May I know the others? Okay, let me put it this way. Have you done regression analysis in Excel? Do you know, if I ask you, for example, because if we go here, like here, so 1A, let's start with 1A. If I ask you, can you do, for example, number 4, question number 4, perform linear regression analysis using, let's say, the toolpack, analysis toolpack of Excel. Will you be able to do this? Question number 4. Guys? Okay, answer, guys. I hope more than around 60%, 70% of the class answers. So back to my question. If I ask you to answer number 4, for example, and use the let's say the toolpack of Excel in order to create regression analysis, will you be able to do that? I just want to know where you're coming from, if you have that skill already. Otherwise, guys, that would be good, because this is again an opportunity for us to learn new things in Excel. Okay, so I'm waiting for the responses of others. Think po. So no, yung iba yes, yung iba no. Okay, pero mas maraming no. Okay, all right. So some of you yes, but most of you answered no. Okay, that's good, because this will be an opportunity for those of you who know already how to do it. Then that's still good, because this is an opportunity to refresh your knowledge. But for those of you who don't know yet, that's also good, because this is an opportunity for us to learn. Okay, so as I said, guys, these are our objectives for the next 2 days. Okay, so let's start now. We'll be answering number 1. How is sales forecasted? What are the different ways by which we can forecast sales? Let me increase the font so that you can see. Okay, so we're given the year and the sales. Now, if we were asked, what is the forecasted sales for 2022 or 2023 or 2024? So we're asked that, okay, if I write here 2022, 2023, and 2024, okay, if we're asked to forecast the sales for this year's, then how do we do it? There are several ways by which we can forecast sales. Okay, so what is the predicted sales? Let's say for 2022. Okay, just for 2022, using the following methods. Okay, first, so what's your predicted sales, guys, for 2022 using the naive forecast? Anyone? Does anyone know here what the naive forecast is? What do I mean by naive forecast? Okay, yes, Robert?
Is it the same sales of the previous year?
Yes, that's correct. Thank you, Robert. That's very good. That's correct. So acknowledging the answer of Robert, that's very good, because the naive forecast does not make use of any method. You just base it on the previous sales. So using the naive forecast, the sales will be 3,850. That's the latest sales. Okay. All right. Next, guys, we're asked what will be the what will be the sales if we're using the average growth rate for the past 5 years, or this is the past. It's 5 years, but it's actually how many periods are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 years, but this is also 4 periods, right? 4 periods siya, no? Kasi one period is between 2017 and 2018. So that's one growth rate. And then 2018 to 2019, that's another growth rate. So there are 4 growth rates here, which means there are 4 periods. Okay. So how do we compute for the forecasted sales if we're using the average growth rate for the past 4 periods? We have to first compute for the growth rate. Okay. Here, growth rate. So what will be our growth rate? Let's compute the growth rate between 2018 and 2017. What's the formula, guys? I think we discussed this already before. What will be the growth rate between 2018 and 2017? So it will be equal to the most current value divided by the previous value, okay, and then minus 1. Okay. In Excel, it's better to use that formula rather than the previous value, the current value minus the previous value divided by the previous value. Okay, kasi magpaparenthesis pa tayo pag gamitin natin yan, no? Okay, so let's change this to percentage. Okay, and then we can copy this formula down, right? Copy the formula down. Okay, so you can see here that between 2018 and 2017, sales increased by 11%. Between 2019 and 2018, it increased by 12%. And there was a huge increase here between 2020 and 2019, 46%. And it tapered off to 12.18% from 2021 to 2020. Okay, any questions, guys? I'll flash the formula first. Any questions about the formula for the year-on-year growth rate? Okay, so no questions? Okay, ganito muna. Clear ba, guys, yung formula natin for growth rate? I think I should put the questions always in the positive so that most of you will answer. Okay, is the formula clear, guys? Paki-chat naman please kung yes, kung clear yung formula. Okay, let's wait for a few more responses. Kahit makaabot sana tayo ng ano ng 70 or 80%. At least 20 responses, guys. I'm waiting for 5 more, 6 more responses from you. Yes or no lang, guys? Yes, kung clear yung formula ng growth rate natin. Okay, good. A few more. Very good, very good. I appreciate, guys. So a few more responses. One or two more, guys, so that we continue. Waiting for one or two more responses from your end, guys. Okay, thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Michael. And thank you lahat, guys, no? So nag-answer. Clear naman lahat. Okay, good. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for your responses. I really appreciate this. Angelo, thank you. Ayan, okay. So what we can do now is get the average. No? Average, let's compute for the average growth rate. Okay, so the average growth rate is simply the average of our previous growth rates. There. So the average growth rate is 20.30. So we can now use this average growth rate to predict our sales for the next period. Okay, so we can use the average growth rate for the past 5 years or the 4 periods to compute for the predicted for our sales for the for 2022. So our sales for 2022 using the average growth rate will be the previous sales, okay, the sales of 2021, multiply that by 1 plus the average growth rate for the past 5 years. Okay, so we just make it grow by that amount. What happened here? Okay, tanggalin mo lang yung decimal places para hindi masyadong malaki. Okay. So we can, using the naive forecast, this can be our predicted sales for 2022. Using the average growth rate, we can use the, we can first compute for the growth rates for the past 4 periods and then average it out and then use that as your growth rate for the following year. Okay. So far clear, guys? Paki-chat naman kung yes, kung nakuha nyo itong 4.631 4.6 million. Okay, waiting for the responses, guys, of everyone, please. Don't be ashamed, guys, if you have questions. Okay. My question, Michael, thank you so much for the question. Okay, so the formula is okay. Let me do this also, okay? Is equal to formula text. We can make use of the formula text function so that you can see immediately what the formula is for the cells. Okay, that way kita nyo kagad, no? All right. Okay, konti lang nag-respond kanina dun sa ano. Clear na to, guys? Clear na yung ano, average growth rate natin. I'd like to see the responses of others also. kung clear na yung ano yung the formula for the average growth rate. Okay, good. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your response. Now, another question, guys. Yes or no? Percentage po. Okay, thank you, Michael, for that question. Okay. Percentage, ito, no? So, copy na rin natin, no? Formula text. There. That you can see the formula. So, let me also lagyan natin ito. Okay, good. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for your questions. Okay, please don't be afraid, guys, to ask questions. Okay, I appreciate questions like that. Salamat, no? It encourages me, guys, kasi ibig sabihin nun, you're there, no? You're there, you're following along. Okay, that's very good. Okay, now, the next one is KGAR. Again, chat, guys, who among you have used the measure KGAR before? Please. Have you used KGAR before? Yes or no lang? Okay, I want to know kung nagamit yung tong KGAR na to. Kasi this is a very important measure in economics, in finance. You'll often read this, you'll often see this in in discussions about growth rate, yung KGAR. Whether it's macroeconomic measures like GDP, GNP, the KGAR is a very important measure. Okay, good. Yeah, good. Salamat, guys. Salamat sa feedback. Kasi this is an opportunity once again to learn. No? I always like it, guys, when you're answering in the negative. Kasi ibig sabihin nga nun, guys, it's an opportunity to learn. Okay, we'll compute KGAR two ways. The first one is, okay, hindi ko dala yung, yung digital pen ko, sorry. Okay, the first one is, we base it on the the function that we learned before. What's the relationship between FB and PV? Diba yung relation ng FB and PV is okay, so sorry about this. Superscript ko lang. Okay, so we get it from this one. That's the relationship between your FB and PV. You know the future value, you know the present value. You can compute for the rate. In our case, if we're just using the FB and the PV, the R here will represent your KGAR. Okay, so if we solve this, guys, let's okay, so very quickly, let's solve this mathematically. So this becomes, we transpose a PV on the other side, so this becomes FB over PV, right? It's equal to, okay, copy ko na nga lang dito. If we transpose PV on the other side, this becomes, diba? Pangalawa to, no? Okay, then what do we do with this, guys? How do we solve for R mathematically? Any suggestions? How do we solve for R? So in order to solve for R, so algebraically, guys, we have to remove this function t, no? This exponent t. So how do we remove this exponent t? From the laws of exponent, guys, we raise both sides by 1 over t. Okay, so that will cancel t times 1 over t. That will cancel your exponent t. Okay, so let me copy this again here. Okay, so what we can do now is we raise both sides by 1 over t. So if we raise this guys by 1 over t, so our exponent will cancel out, right? T will cancel out. And let me just fix this. Okay, no. Control 1. Let me put it in superscript. Okay, di ba ganyan guys, no? Mawawala na yung t natin dito. Okay, kasi rinaise na natin siya sa 1 over t. So that cancels out your exponent. And then what happens now is that, so you now have just this 1 plus r on the other side, which we can just so we just transpose the 1 to the other side. So we have r now, which is equal to your k bar. So that's your compound annual growth rate. So ito guys, sorry, may mali dito. Dapat ito 1 over t. No? 1 over t. Control 1. So walang superscript. All right. So that's our equation, guys. Our k gar is equal to the future value divided by the present value raised to the 1 over t minus 1. And we know, guys, that we can use the, okay, so, okay, let me give you 1 minute. Okay, use this formula in order to compute for your k gar. Let's put our k gar here. K gar. Okay. I'll give you 1 minute, guys, to compute for your k gar using the formula. Anyone? What will be our k gar, guys? Using this formula. Compounded annual growth rate is equal to the future value divided by the present value raised to the 1 over t minus 1. Came from this equation. Galing lang dito yan sa equation na to. Anyone? Anyone who got the answer, guys? Any volunteer? Try lang, guys. Try lang. It's okay to try, guys. What will be your k gar using this formula? Negative 76%, Chiron. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Chiron, for the answer. No? Kaso may clue ako sa inyo, guys. No? I have a clue. When you look at the first value, it's 1.89. the ending value is 3.85 million. So that's a sign, guys, that the CAGR is positive. Kasi ibig sabihin nun, nagsimula siya sa 1.89 million tapos naging 3.85. Ibig sabihin, positive yung growth rate niya. No? Positive yung compounded annual growth rate niya. Okay? Thank you, Karen, for the answer. No? Ang clue natin dyan, okay, you can improve your answer kasi dapat positive yung answer natin sa CAGR natin. Kasi nagsimula tayo sa 1.89 million, nagtapos tayo sa 3.85. So dapat positive yung answer natin. Okay, any other answer, guys? Thank you, Kyron. Thank you so much. I appreciate your answer. Okay, so in the interest of time, guys, isolve na natin, ha? So this is equal to, let's just follow the formula. Ano ba yung future value natin? Paki-unmute nga, guys. Ano yung future value natin?
4.6 million, sir.
4.6 million. Hindi pa. Forecast yan eh. We're just using the actual values, no? Yung 4.6 million, that's already your forecast for 2022. So we're using the historical figures, no? We're computing for the CAGR using this actual sales. So yung future value natin is 3.85 million, okay? Divided by, just follow the formula, the present value. So dito tayo magsisimula, guys, na 1.89, okay? All right, and then exponent in Excel is caret, no? Shift 6 yan. And then 1 over, okay, ilan yung periods natin, guys? How many periods?
5, sir.
5 years, kaso sabi natin, ilang periods yun? Pag sinabi natin periods, guys,
4.
yeah, 4. Kasi growth rate yan, eh, no? So hindi naman pwedeng isang taon lang yung growth rate, no? Kailangan, guys, you take 2 kasi you're comparing 2 figures, no? So let's see, just to compute for this, kasi okay lang yan, madali lang bilangan yan, okay? Pero kung marami yan, guys, eh, di ba, count lang natin yung either this one, huwag na natin isama yung isa, no? So I'm just counting C5 to C8, or you can count B5 to B8. Don't include the other one, no? So you're talking of periods here, okay? So close natin yan, no? So raise to 1 over the count of C5 to C8. We're not including the first one. Or you can count from C4 to C7. It doesn't matter, guys. Basta wag nyo isasama yung isa. Kasi the number of sales is not the same as the number of periods. If there are 5 sales, that means there are 4 periods. Okay? Periodic periods ng growth rate. Okay, and then minus 1. Okay. So our CAGR, guys, is 19.46, just 2 decimal places na lang, no? So this is our, let me, okay, so 19.46. Of course, we can use the Excel function, guys. Sige nga, gamitin nyo nga yung anong function lang sa Excel natin. Anong gagamitin natin? Paki-chat please or paki-unmute. What are we solving here, guys? What are we solving? Kitang-kita nyo naman sa equation, guys. Oh? Diba? Ano yan? We're solving what? Unmute, please.
Sir, future value.
Future value ba, guys? Alam natin yung future value, di ba? Ito. Our future value is 3.85, di ba?
Compound annual growth rate.
Yeah, pero ano yun? Yung sa natutunan natin sa time value of money. Anong function ang gagamitin natin? Take a look at the formula, guys. Ano yan? Ano to?
The rate po, sir.
Yeah, the rate. Di ba? Rate yan, guys. It's the rate. Sige, I'll give you 1 minute, guys, to compute for the rate. Dapat kayang-kaya nyo na yan, no? Kasi ilang beses na tayo nag-exercise. Compute for the rate, guys. Pause share muna ako, tapos magko-compare tayo, guys. Okay, did you get it, guys? I'm getting 19.46%. Exactly the same, guys. You should get the same, guys, because it's the same. You use the rate function in order to compute for the growth rate. Okay, kindly chat, guys, if you got it. Yes or no lang, please. Kasi kung may no, and I'll show the formula. Kung yes, then okay na tayo, no? I'll proceed, we'll proceed. Please chat, guys. I want, guys, more than 50% answer. So dapat sana may mga ano tayo, at least mga 20 responses from your end, guys. Waiting for the others, guys. More, please, more responses. Few more. Para malaman ko yung general sentiment. General, which means more than 50% of the class. Still waiting for some more responses, guys, kung nakuha nyo o hindi. Kasi pag nakuha nyo naman lahat, guys, then we'll go next to the verifying of the answer. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, yes. Okay, good. Right, sige. Okay, so good, no? Let me just copy this. Okay. So we saw that the K-guard, guys, is the same whether we use the formula or we use the rate function. Okay, so let's move on, guys, and we're asked to verify. Let's verify the answer for K-guard. Okay, how do we verify, guys, na ito nga yung 19.46 nga, no? Okay, let's give this a name. Let's give this name K-guard. K-guard. Okay, I'm giving it a name. Okay, so let's put here K-guard. Let's verify if indeed this is the K-guard. So how do we verify that? Paano natin verify na yun nga yung K-guard? Okay, so we start first with the beginning value. And then we will let this amount grow. Okay, we will let this amount grow by the K-guard. Okay, hanggang dun sa last period. And we'll see if yung 1890 naging 3850 nga at the end of the fourth period, no? Okay, so let's do this. It's equal to this one. Okay, let's let that grow by your K-guard. Okay, there. Binigyan natin ng pangalan na K-guard, no? So yung previous value, we let it grow by K-guard. Control Enter. Okay, let me just copy the format. Tinanggal ko na yung decimal place para mas ano. And then let's copy this down, no? Let it grow by K-guard again. So 2697, let it grow by K-guard. 322, let it grow by K-guard. Okay. So you can now see that the value is the same, 3850, 3850 nga. Okay, nagsimulan sa 1890, nagtapos sa 3850. Now the intervening values are not the same. No? Kasi ang importante lang sa atin sa K-guard, ano yung simula niya, ano yung tapos niya. So the CAGR is actually a measure of the average growth rate, no? Okay, not the average kasi ito yung year-on-year growth rate, di ba? So iba to. Yung year-on-year growth rate, every year, we're looking for the growth rate and then we average it, no? Yung mga growth rates na yan. Yung CAGR naman is the uniform growth rate year-on-year, year-on-year uniform growth rate. So ibig sabihin nun, 19.46, ibig sabihin for the past 4 periods, your sales has been increasing by 19.46%, a constant growth rate, no? Constant average growth rate. So that's your CAGR. Okay, and we were able to show and prove that indeed, okay, nagsimula siya sa 1890, nagtapos siya sa 3850, which is your historical actual figures. Okay, so that's your CAGR, guys. Okay, clear yung CAGR? Pakichat nga please kung yes. Yes or no? So we were able to verify, no? Na clear yung ano natin, clear na tama yung CAGR natin na compute natin. Okay, good. Thank you. Yan. Salamat guys sa mga responses nyo, ha. Although I would sana na mas marami pa nagre-respond. Okay, so that we were able to finish this. Now next, guys, we do linear regression. So linear regression, as the name suggests, linear. Okay, we try to establish a relationship between your sales and here your time. Okay, so gagamitin natin si time 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021 in order to predict our sales. Okay, so first, the first thing that we have to do is to plot our data, no? So let's plot our data. So highlight natin itong year tsaka yung sales natin from 2017 to 2021. Okay, and then we insert tayo, insert. Okay, and let's just use this, okay, let's use this scatter plot. Just put our sales here. Okay, so siguro tanggalin natin to, guys. Okay, tanggalin natin yan. Okay, question. So ito yung sales natin, no? 2017. Okay, ayusin lang natin tong ano natin dito kasi nagpo 0.5 siya, no? So how do we format this? I don't want to put the 2017.5 there. So let's format the axis. Okay, minimum natin gawin natin 2016. Okay, okay lang 2016. Maximum is 20. Okay, pwede natin gawin 2022. And then, okay, major. Okay, increase by 1. Okay, yan na, no? Okay na tayo. Enter. Okay, better, no? 2016. Of course, you can start with 2017 hanggang 2021. But I'll leave that na muna. Okay, questions, guys? Were you able to plot the sales and the time? Pakichat naman please kung na-plot nyo yung sales and time. Okay, I'll give you a few more seconds, guys, kasi baka masyado yata mabilis yung paggawa ko. Okay, and then let me know, guys, if you're done by chatting yes. Waiting for the others, guys. Okay. Good. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Yan. Salamat, ha. May question dito. Yep, sir. Nabilis ang paano. Okay. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Yan. Thank you so much, guys. Minsan kasi, ang hirap. Sorry, ha. Sorry talaga. Yes, Michael is correct. Nabilisan ko nga yata. Okay, for the benefit of those who are not able to follow, okay? So let me delete this first. Delete ko ulit, no? Okay, and we're plotting year and sales. No? Highlight natin yung data natin. Let's highlight our data, year and sales. And then we go to insert. Insert. Then punta tayo dito sa tab ng charts. And we use this scatter plot. Yung mga dot na to. There. Okay. There you go. So ito na yung plot natin, ano? Tapos ayusin lang natin ng konti. Kasi syempre, kunyari, ibibigay nyo itong report na to sa management. This will not look good, no? So just a little tweaking. Kasi pwede naman natin pagandahin to, no? So let me just remove the lines here. Remove ko yung horizontal and vertical grid lines. Tapos ito, guys, 2017.5 will remove the increments, no? So right-click nyo to, right-click, format axis. Format axis, yun. Kita nyo natin minimum. Pwede natin gawing minimum 2016, kahit wala naman tayong data ng 2016. Maximum natin 2022, that's okay. And then itong major, guys, ito, 1.0. Kasi kanina naka 0.5 yan. Okay, and then enter na lang, anywhere, enter. Then close, yan. Okay na, no? Okay, Michael, did that answer your question? Okay, thank you, thank you. Appreciate, guys, your comments, appreciate your questions. Sige lang, guys, ha, pag may mga questions, kasi pag ganitong work virtual, siyempre minsan nakakalimutan ko na, ano, pasensya, nakakalimutan ko na nakikinig pa pala kayo tapos gagawin nyo pa, no? Okay, good. All right, so let's do something about this plot. If you have now the plot, guys, you have sales on your y-axis. Ito yung sales natin. Tapos yung year natin, ito nasa x-axis. Okay, by the way, when you plot, guys, it's important to make sure that yung unang column will be your x-axis and then your second column will be your y-axis. Otherwise, pag binaliktad natin yan, guys, magiging yung sales yung nasa x-axis, tapos yung y, yung year. Okay? And when we're plotting a time series, okay, dapat yung nasa x-axis natin yung time. Okay, so do you think, guys, there's a linear relationship between your sales and your time? Mukhang linear, di ba? Kasi pwede kung parang maglagay ng ng line dito that will approximate the relationship between our sales and our time. So we can easily look at that linear relationship by click natin to, guys. Click nyo any point here. Please click. Baka may question. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Edgar. Yes, correct. Linear yung relationship. Kasi hindi naman parang parabolic siyang ganun, ano? Hindi naman parang U-shape or inverted U-shape o kaya U-shape opening to the left or not a type na parang polynomial siya na maraming curves. Ito pwedeng linear lang, no? Okay, so we can approximate the relationship between sales and time. Why do we need to do that? Kasi pag may establish natin yung equation ng line, then we can now predict 2023, 2024, 2025 pag may equation tayo. So that's the purpose, guys, of the linear regression line. Okay, because when we have the line, guys, then we can now predict ano yung sales natin ng 2023, 2024, and 2025. But not so much outside, not so much far into the future. Okay? Kasi ang detail natin from 2027 to 2021. Okay, we're not really sure what will really happen in 2022. So we're just using, guys, yung historical figures natin to try to project it into the future. Okay, so let's go to any point here, guys, and then right click there, no? Right click. Okay, and then here, kita nyo, ikita nyo add trend line. Add trend line. Yan, may lalabas dito na trend line. Tapos yung trend line options natin, exponential, linear. Okay, we use linear. Okay? Kung gusto nyo, guys, kung gusto nyo, we can show 3 periods, no? 3 periods forward. Okay? And then we click here, display equation on chart, and then display R squared value on chart. Kahit na 1 period na lang. 1 period na lang. Okay? All right. So any questions so far? I-format ko lang click ko tong line na to, click ko and then design ko lang or format ko lang. Baguhin ko yung color. I-red ko siya. Tapos, solid line ko lang. Wait, lakihan ko ng konti. Okay, and then you notice, guys, may lumalabas dito, no? So let me increase this. Okay, pause muna ako, guys, kung nakahabol kayo. Okay, chat, guys, kung you were able to have this equation and my R squared pa dito, no? Kindly chat, guys, if you were able to do it. If you have any questions, please feel free, guys, to chat for my questions. Again, guys, I don't mind you asking questions. In fact, I appreciate questions. Okay, thank you, Yana. Thank you, Kyron. Let's wait for the others. Okay, waiting for the response of the others, guys, to know if they were able to produce the same output. formula. Okay, sige. Thank you. Thank you, Ed. Sige, pakita ko ah. Right, let me remove this first. Okay. Remove ko rin tong line na to. So we started with this one, di ba? So right-click nyo lang, right-click nyo any data, any point there. And then ito, add trend line. This one. Add trend line. Then lalabas na yan, no? Lalabas yung line na yan. Tapos dito sa ilalim, guys, ang format trend line. Okay, pwede kayo mag-forecast, no? Kunyari, we can forecast one period, 1 year. And then ito, display equation on chart and display R-squared value on chart. You have to click this para lumabas yung equation at saka yung R-squared value. Okay, so once you have done that, okay, close ko to, and then let me just format this. Lakihan ko lang yung font, guys. Okay, bold ko lang, okay? Para mas kita nyo, okay? Okay, and then this one, that na to, pwede nating i-format to, no? Format, yan, no? Shape outline, I'll make it red. Tapos yung dashes niya, I'll make it into a straight line. And then yung weight, pwede kong dagdagan yung weight. There. Para mas kita. Okay. Ed, did that answer your question? Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for those questions, guys. Let me backtrack a bit kung baka may question pa. Okay, mukhang walang wala nang questions. Okay. So we have to interpret this, guys. No? So remember, if you take note of the plot, guys, you don't see that there's a perfectly linear relationship between sales and your time. Hindi perfect, no? Kasi yung mga actual points natin, hindi siya ando dun sa line. Okay, so meron tayong mga tinatawag na mga errors dun sa prediction. Ito yung prediction natin, itong line na to. So may mga deviations tayo, may mga errors tayo, no? Okay, so ito, guys, yung equation na to, this is now our regression line. So let me just baguhin ko lang to, no? Okay. So this is actually Y sales is equal to X, which is your year. Okay, and then let me control 1. I-subscript ko lang to para mas maliit. Okay. And then here natin, control 1, litan ko siya. Subscript. Okay, there. Right, so this is our equation. This is what we call our linear model, linear regression model. This one, guys, 525, 425. Okay, this is your slope. If you recall, guys, from your algebra, di ba may equation tayo, y is equal to m times x plus b. Okay, if you recall from your algebra, the relationship between two variables, linear relationship, is that your y is equal to m times x plus b, where m is your, what's your m, guys? Anong tawag natin sa m? Kindly chat, please. What do you call m? Quick review lang ng algebra, guys. Ano yung m natin? Chat, please, guys. What's the meaning of m and what's the meaning of b? M and b. What's your m, guys? This is your... Okay, thank you. Yeah, Beyonce and Robert, thank you. You're correct, no? So your m and your b, this is your slope. Slope to. Okay. Your b, on the other hand, is your intercept. Okay, so konting review ng algebra. So ang algebra, guys, ginagamit sa finance, no? Lalo na pag nagfo-forecast tayo, kailangan na intindihan natin to. Kasi if you want to forecast, for example, the sales for 2022, and you're going to use this, then unang-una, dapat ma-establish natin tong line na to. Pangalawa, in order to, we have to understand anong ibig sabihin ng slope. Okay, let's interpret the slope, guys. Yung 525,245 na yan. Anong ibig sabihin ng slope? Yung slope na yan, guys, if I draw a line here, sorry, hindi ko na ang digital pen ko. No? We can draw a line here. Anong ibig sabihin ng 525,245 na yan? It means that for every 1 year increase in sales, there's a corresponding 525,245 pesos increase in your sales. Okay, yun ang ibig sabihin nitong slope na to. For every 1 unit increase in your X, there's a corresponding 5 M, yung slope natin, increase in your Y. So if we interpret this, for every 1 year increase in year, okay, your sales increases by 525,245. That's the meaning of the slope. And then what's the intercept? Ito negative 1 point something. Kaso ang problema nito, hindi natin nakikita dito. No? But we'll show that in a while. No? Ibig sabihin ng negative something na to is that this is the value of your sales when your X is 0. Okay, so the intercept tells us the value of your sales when X is 0. Kasi nga naman, pagpalitan natin dito, yung X year natin, palitan natin ng 0, then your Y sales become negative something. Okay, now, it doesn't mean anything, ano? Kasi hindi naman pwede maging negative yung sales. Pati yung X is equal to 0, yung year is equal to 0, ibig sabihin, babalik tayo sa year 0. So the intercept usually, guys, does not have any physical or actual interpretation to it. Pero ginagamit lang natin yan para sa model natin to predict your Y sales. In this case, yung Y natin. Another name for this is your dependent variable. Tapos si X will be your independent variable. Okay, you'll have the subjects later on this when you go to maybe advanced statistics. I'm not sure dun sa DSI kung ano, no, kung ano yung subject na yun. Okay? But suffice it to say, guys, here we can predict sales. Kasi yun naman ang gusto natin, di ba? Gusto natin is predict si sales, okay, using our time. Yun, using our time. So our prediction will be, so how will we predict sales here, guys? Well, alam natin yung equation, no? 525,245 times X year minus this amount. Okay? So yung X year na yan, guys, kung gusto natin i-predict yung 2022, and then i-replace mo yung 2022 nito. Kung 2023, i-replace mo yung X year by 2023 and carry on the equation. Okay, one last thing before we leave this diagram, itong R squared na to. Ang tawag sa R squared na yan, sulat ko lang, no? R squared. That's your coefficient of determination. Okay, ano yung coefficient of determination na yan? Okay, ibig sabihin yan, guys, 92% of the variation of your sales, okay? Si sales kasi nagbavari, di ba? 92% niyan can be explained by your X. So that's what that means. So mataas yan, okay yan, no? Ibig sabihin okay yung model natin. Kasi kayang i-explain ni time yung variability, yung variation ni sales. Okay? So paano yung around 7.9%? Well, hindi kayang i-explain ni time yon, no? Hindi kayang i-explain ni year. Maybe that can be explained by other factors other than yung year natin. Okay? So, clear ba, guys, yung pag-explain natin dun sa slope, intercept, at saka yung sa yung sa R squared coefficient of determination? Clear so far, guys? Waiting for the response of the others. Okay, good, good. Thank you. All right. Ano daw yung slope? Next question. What's the slope? What's the slope? So the slope is 525,245. Kaso guys, okay, wag natin gamitin to, no? Kasi hindi eksakto eh. At saka ito, paano yung slope? Yung intercept, hindi natin alam kasi naka-scientific notation. So we can use the function in Excel, no? Is equal to slope. May slope function sa Excel. Okay? Returns the slope of the linear regression line through the given data points. Okay? So let's compute for that, no? Slope. Ano yung known y's natin? Known y's natin. Yung y natin, di ba, yung sales natin? Highlight natin to. Okay, comma. Ano yung known x's natin? Ang x natin is here. Highlight that. And then control enter. There. Okay. So actually our slope is 525,244.6 or 525,244.5. Rinound off na lang dito. No? But the actual, guys, is 525,244.6. Okay. So any questions, guys, as far as this is concerned? Any questions about solving for the slope? Kayang i-solve ni Excel yan. Use the slope function. No? Okay. And then how about the intercept? Ganun din, it's equal to intercept. So there's the intercept function. Okay, ganun din, known y's and known x. Known y's, comma, known x. Okay, be careful, guys, ha, kung ano yung y at saka kung ano yung x. No? Okay, so ito, gawin natin control 1, gawin natin number, kasi naka-scientific notation siya. Number, huwag na natin lagyan ng decimal place. Decimal place. Okay, so that's our intercept. So ano yung equation natin, guys? What's the equation? Y sales. Now, Y sales natin is equal to okay, 525,244.6, just round off to the nearest two decimal places, times x here, okay, minus 1,057,744,581. Okay, so that's the slope. That's the equation. That's the equation to describe the, not the slope, but the line. Okay, what's the equation to describe the line? Y sales is equal to 525,244 times x here minus the intercept. Okay, so if you know the year, guys, if you know, for example, 2022, 2023, 2024, masosolve natin yung projected sales natin. Okay, any questions so far, guys? Clear ba to? Nakuha tong ano? Okay, and then itong E and F, guys, ito na lang yun, ano? Use function. Ginamit na natin dito yung function ng slope at saka yung function ng yung intercept, no? Okay, we went straight here, guys. Ito. So ito, yung answers dito is actually this one. Okay, good. All right. Clear so far tayo, guys? Clear so far? Okay. So before we predict the sales for 2022 to 2024 using the Excel function, let me just show how we can generate this one also. Itong mga outputs natin dito, yung slope, yung intercept, no? How do we generate that using the data analysis tool pack in Excel? Okay, punta muna kayo dito, guys. Okay. When you go to data, may nakikita ba kayong data analysis dito? Paki-chat please. If you can see here data analysis, because we're going to use this now. Do you see here data analysis? Kindly chat if yes or no. Okay, yes, yes. I'd like to see the others, guys. Kung may nakikita kayong data and then data analysis. Okay, thank you. How about the rest? Waiting for the others to... Good. Good. Okay, so looks like meron na kayong data analysis, no? Okay, kasi sa mga older versions, hindi kagad lumalabas to eh. So you will have to access this first. Pero I think sa bagong versions na Excel, they already make sure that this is already shown. Okay, good. Looks like all of you have this data analysis. So let's go to data analysis. Okay. So you can see here, guys, several tools, no? Merong ANOVA, correlation, covariance, okay? Merong descriptive statistics. And then dito, guys, sa letter R, meron tayong regression. Okay, so let's click this regression and then okay. Right. Okay. So waiting for you guys. Do you have this regression? Ulitin ko ah. Okay. So go to data. Okay, thank you. Go to data and then data analysis. Data analysis, and then this is your analysis tools, no? So merong covariance, descriptive stat, exponential smoothing. So maraming functionalities, guys. So we'll just use we'll just use regression, go to regression, and then click OK. Okay? Click OK. All right. So we have this one. Okay. So ang mga parameters hinihingi, input Y range, input X range. So we're going to input, okay, ito may spreadsheet icon dito, di ba? Ibig sabihin, ililink natin. Now when you input Y and X, isama nyo si Y, isama nyo yung variable name, yung year at saka si sales. Kasi dito may provisional labels. Okay? So input Y range, si Y natin, di ba, si sales. Yan. Isama nyo yung label na sales. Input X range, isama natin si year. Okay, isama natin si year. Tapos ilagay natin siyempre labels. No? Put labels kasi sinama natin yung labels. Okay, and then output range, guys, dito. Output range. Saan natin ilalagay yung output natin? Dito na lang ilagay natin somewhere here. Okay, let's put it somewhere here. Ito na lang para pareho tayo. Lagay natin sa AC1. Okay. Let's put it in AC1. Okay, so click the spreadsheet icon there. Okay, and then let's not do the residuals anymore. Ito lang muna. Okay, click OK, guys. Okay, then there you go, guys. So you have your regression statistics. Okay, very quickly, guys. Very quickly. Kita niyo to, no? Ito, R squared, no? Andyan. Andyan si R squared na nakita natin kanina. Andyan si R squared, ito, no? And then, you can find here, guys, this one, guys, looks familiar, di ba? Ano to? Yan. Ito si intercept at saka ito si slope, di ba? Number na. Natin ilagay in decimal place. Okay. And it's exactly the same, guys. dun sa na-generate natin na na figures ng intercept at saka ng slope. Okay? So the others here, guys, we're not going to look into that. That will be discussed in your future subject. Suffice it to say that ito yung mga importante sa atin, itong mga p-value na to. P-value na to. Kasi tinatanong tayo kung significant ba eh. Yan, significant tayo. Now, we will always compare this with the usual. Ang usual na comparator niya, guys, is 0.05. So, ito ba, guys, intercept less than 0.05? Okay? If it's less than 0.05, ibig sabihin nun, guys, statistically significant yung intercept natin. So, okay yung intercept natin. Pwede natin gamitin sa model yan. How about the year? Is year statistically significant? Yes. No? Yes, kasi because it's less than 0.05. Okay, it's already almost time, guys. I have 1 or 2 minutes. Okay lang ba? Permission lang just to finish itong hanggang dito sa regression. Permission, guys, to extend by 1 or 2 minutes. Paki-chat naman, please. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Tapusin ko lang natin ito para tapos na yung natin. Alright, so ito na sabi natin, di ba? Itong p-value, okay, for the intercept and for the year, guys, less than 0.05, ibig sabihin, statistically significant sila. In particular, guys, pay attention more to the year. Kasi intercept, ito, ang rule, kahit na hindi significant yan, kahit na greater than 0.05 yan, ginagamit pa rin yan, okay lang. Ang importante, yung independent variable natin na year. Okay, since it's less than 0.05, then okay tayo. So to answer the question, this one, to answer the question, same question dito, kung statistically significant. Okay, so hindi ko pala nalagay. Pero we can put it here, are the slopes and intercepts statistically significant to predict Y sales. Okay. So the answer, guys, is yes. Yes, statistically significant sales. How do I know? Go to the regression output, look at the p-value. Okay. If the p-value for the year is less than 0.05, then okay yung year natin. For the intercept, guys, okay, for the intercept, not much of a problem. Kahit na hindi siya statistically significant, we still use that in order to predict your sales. Okay? So lastly, guys, predict na natin si 2022, 2023, 2024. The long cut is, gamitin natin yung formula, no? Okay? So we can use the formula. So let me just show you that. Okay, lagyan natin ng pangalan to, no? Let's give this a name, slope. Para mabilis. And then this one, let's give it a name, intercept. Intercept. Okay. So to predict the sales for 2022, it will be equal to, okay? So Y sales is equal to the slope, diba? The slope times what? The slope times yung year, yung X natin, yun. Okay, and then plus the intercept. Yan. Yun ang equation natin. Ganun lang, no? Slope times the year plus the intercept. Since we gave names to this, no? So control enter. Okay. Control 1. If we natin number. Tanggalin ko lang yung decimal place, no? Okay. So this is your predicted sales for 2022, 2023, and 2024. Okay. Yun ang predicted sales natin. Alright? Or we can use the trend function. Ito yung sinasabi natin kanina. Yung trend function, pwede rin yun. Trend is equal to trend. Okay. Known-wise. Ano yung known-wise natin? Known-wise natin ito. Ito yung sales natin. I-fix natin siya. Fix. Kasi i-copy down natin siya. Comma. Known X. Ang alam natin ng mga X will be 2017 to 2021, fix that. Okay, comma. New X natin, ito, new X, that one. Okay, Control Enter. Okay, andali ah. Known X, known Y's pala yung sales, known X, and then new X. This is our new, ay sorry, our new X natin is this one, yung year, 2022. Okay, there. Okay. Drag down, exactly the same guys, no? Exactly the same. Okay, and lastly guys, kayo nagagawa nito, no? You can use the forecast function. So subukan nyo lang guys. Yan. Forecast and then linear. Yan. Forecast dot linear ha. Okay, so kayo na gumawa niyan tapos mag-compare na lang tayo next meeting. Okay? So thank you so much guys for the time, for your patience. Nag-extend tayo ng 5 minutes. I'm very sorry for that. So pause ko na yung recording. Stop recording.